Thank you for this opportunity to speak before the Wisconsin Senate. My name is Art Binhack. I'm from Raymond, Wisconsin. I'm truly grateful and honored. I'm going to keep my testimony short so others can share their concerns. But I must tell you that it was difficult to pare my comments down. Our federal government is a large entity which is committed to gathering power and control. It has overreached its boundaries in many ways. I believe the more power our government has, the fewer rights and freedoms I experience. My personal experience with big government overreach concerns my profession, which was selling technology. After 16 years of success in my field, I found myself underemployed with the country mired in a deep recession. At that time, there were few employment opportunities. Alan Greenspan, the chair of the Federal Reserve, had increased interest rates 17 times to end the stock market speculation and growth. He labeled it the internet bubble. Mr. Greenspan, a quasi-federal government official, changed monetary policy based on his opinion. For the next 20 years, until I recently retired, I was either unemployed or underemployed. I found it very tough. During the last 20 years, I tried to start 3 different small businesses. None were successful. In 2017, I had an epiphany. I heard news about the small business spider stock, which had recovered from a 17-year low. Small business hit major economic headwinds since Mr. Greenspan tanked the economy in 2000. Initially, this fact gave me some emotional relief. Then I got angry. I realized the central government, which regulates so much of our economy, played a part in my career failure. It seems our federal government is conducting a war on small business. A component of the war on small business is the federal government is funding for my own health care. My wife and I were paying over $1,000 per month with high deductible plans. I had my small business. Healthcare costs have disrupted the healthcare market since a huge government top-down program was signed into law in 1965. Medicare forces healthcare providers to shift costs to such a degree that there's no credible price list. The notorious and misnamed Affordable Health Care Act for the first time forced Americans to buy a product and for men to pay for maternity services, and it was not affordable. It increased premiums and deductibles significantly. Americans need a functioning free market for health care, not more top-down, centrally planned government overreach. As a small business person, expenses were significantly increased with the increase in gas prices. I worked in outside sales, driving in Wisconsin, Chicago, and Indianapolis. I paid over $4 per gallon for fuel. The increase in fuel expense came directly out of my meager profit. After achieving energy independence in 2019, President Biden has issued an executive order to close the Keystone Pipeline and to stop natural gas, a very clean fuel, by the way, from being extracted from public lands. Ostensibly, President Biden did this to save the planet and slow carbon emissions, even though he has also entered America back into the Paris Climate Accord, which will curtail the United States energy production, but do nothing to limit polluting countries like China. I sadly conclude that our government is using our own tax dollars to go government out of a republic that celebrates freedom to a centrally controlled socialist system. Please support vigorously Senate Joint Resolution 8 to reduce the size and scope of government and create term limits for our federal professional politicians. Again.
I'm here live in Philadelphia at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. When you hear the phrase lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, these are the folks we should think of, those who anonymously gave their lives. Well, today you have a chance to volunteer. You need to volunteer for conventionofstates.com, the movement that's going to save the country. These folks are willing to step up and give everything. We need you to give just a little bit. Go to conventionofstates.com and volunteer today.